Oh, let's go to mainsail, I guess. Oh, must home access first. Let's do that. I have no idea if this is going to print, like, whatsoever. $200 seems a little low, to be honest, for this filament. Waiting on something. Oh, of course. I'm using PLA just because that's what I have lying around. Does it have to be ABS? Let's see. Anyway, I can hold this right there for a second. All right. Mainsail is like, you can't see on my screen, but it's, or maybe you can. It's refreshing or something. It's loading right now. It told me I have to home it first, but I just want it to print. I homed it. It should be homed now, but now refreshing. And of course, because I started streaming on this stupid laptop, it decided that it's not going to work anymore. Building up the hype. Now it's just loading. Okay, why does it say error? Must home access first. Well, it's homed, so now do I hit print? Oh, better switch to the other camera. I can't tell if it's printing or not. Looks like it is. Sure it is. It's a big cube. Got a hole in the middle. So the awesome part about this is I've never used this filament before. I didn't even look at these slice settings almost at all. I just went with defaults in Cura. And it's printing twice as fast as my ender. Can't tell if it's a tad bit under extrudy or a tad bit over extrudy. It looks a tad over, maybe. I think it'll work itself out. Very quiet printer. Bed and hot end temp. So bed temp is set to, oh, actually I can just switch it to here, to the desktop. Bed is set to 200, or no, sorry, bed is 60 and extruder is 200, which seems low to me, to be honest. I usually print PLA at like 210 to 230-ish for better layer adhesion. But like I said, I didn't check these settings at all. I just went with Cura defaults for generic PLA, which is exactly what this is. This is Amazon Basics PLA. I got it with credit card points. They sent me a bunch. Oh, yeah, I'm spinning lots of plastic. Uh, yeah, it's going. Wonder if I can turn a flash on or something, or find a flashlight. Maybe in the junk drawer. Everyone has a junk drawer, right? Sometimes they have flashlights in them. Well, I would have one. I'm gonna set this back by the printer. I'm gonna do a quick look for a flashlight. But yeah, I'm getting, actually, maybe we can just, yeah, no, we can't really see into there. Getting a better angle. Maybe from the back side where the light's at. No. I'm so excited that it's even moving at all. I need to find a flashlight. Oh, I didn't have the camera on that one. Oops. Let me switch to this one. Alright, there you go. You can see some, not very well because of where my lights are oriented, but I was holding the camera over here, but I didn't have it to that scene on OBS. Hard to be the director and the cameraman. Yeah, I gotta record it and formally submit it to Reddit. I will need to do that. You're right. I'll wait till the cube gets a little bit bigger. Yeah, change the camera. Looks pretty good, especially for not checking the settings at all, and never having used this filament before. I have no idea what this filament's gonna do. I can hear it popping and bubbling. It sounds like there might be some moisture in it. Oh my gosh, it's laying down the infill so smooth. Got her. Okay, the hardest part of the build for me was wiring for sure, and not so much the actually creating the wires and harnesses, but running the wires through the cable chains and like making everything nice and neat. That's the part that was really the most difficult for me. Now, the printer's not done, obviously. I have the enclosure for the switch wire that I need to put on. I need to print some parts for it. And I have to figure out why the screen doesn't work. So that's the next deal. But I'm there. It's printing. We'll see how it turns out. Obviously, I'll have lots of tuning and adjusting to do, I'm sure. I mean, taking care to read the slicing settings will probably help. I was just too excited to get it going. I am located in Wyoming. I may be the first, if not the only Voron in Wyoming. I don't know, but that's just a guess. Not a lot of folks live here. I actually teach at the college machine tool technology, but we have 3D printers and all kinds of stuff there. Plus, I have several here. Get your serial number and you can check. I don't remember what I was saying. Check what? I don't remember what I was saying. I'm too excited. I was just talking. 9% done. This is going to take an hour. Oh, and it's bedtime. Oh, check if I'm the only. Yeah, exactly. There must be a database with other ones and where they're located? Interesting. Didn't know that. Voron, VOC must be the Voron only club. Should I go make sure this thing's not warping over here? Voron owners community. Okay. That was a pretty decent guess though, right? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so excited. Finally, this thing is not done, but it's running at least. I mean, I'm sure you guys know because you probably felt the same excitement when you completed yours, but I'll tell you what, feels good. Feels good. I told you that I started the Voron 1 like more than a year ago, and by the time I got around to it, it had been upgraded to the 1.8, and it was like all different parts, and I just felt like starting over would be better. And so I did, and I made a promise to myself to actually get this done this year. So I started in I started in December, but I counted it as 2021. So it's been a couple months. This is in between school. You know, I took 24 credits last semester as a student, and then I teach as well. So I was, yeah, V0. I really want a V2, honestly. I want a V2, but we'll see. Got a stimulus check. I might build a V2. We'll see. Oh, I gotta tell Frank. Ugh, better text him. This thing seems like it's cruising. Let me get a closer look over here. Oh yeah. It's cruising. That thing's a quarter of the way done already. Awesome. Yeah, I definitely can hear that filament popping all the way from here, though. This reminds me, my very first printer. I don't know if you guys are still logged on here. I'm going to type this out. My very first printer was the Ultimaker Original. I built that. It was open source. I bought a hardware kit from them. It came with motors, some plastic injection molded parts. I found a guy locally to laser cut the frame and all that stuff for me. My very first printer I built from scratch. Knew absolutely nothing about printers. So that was a challenge for me. Once I got it built, I didn't know what to do with it. After that, I got busy in college, learned machining, so CNC machining, manual machining, stuff like that. Sold the printer to a classmate of mine who's now my friend, and also we just put Clipper on that one, redid the electronics in it, put an E3D V6 on it. So his Ultimaker is getting ready to be up and running from scratch, and we designed and printed the new head for his extruder to hold the E3D. And at the same time, we decided to finish building this one, which is amazing. Haven't built a printer since that Ultimaker, and it always feels good to finish a project. Not that I'm finished by any means, but to get to this point, it's a big milestone, I think. Yes. Super excited. It's cruising right along. At first, I thought the part was warping, but I realize now that the cube has chamfered corners, or not but cut corners. The MakerBot. A friend of mine did the Skills USA challenge, which is like it's a national challenge amongst colleges that in tons of different categories. And one of them is additive manufacturing. So he did the Skills USA for additive, and they won nationals, and they won MakerBot Minis, and the MakerBot Mini sucks. It's a really terrible printer, and yeah, owned by Stratasys now, which makes sense because Stratasys printers also suck, in my opinion. I've used a couple. I wasn't impressed with their customer service, nor was I impressed with their printers. I lost connection to Mainsail for some reason, but the printer is still printing. Could not connect to Mainsail. Well, since my LCD doesn't work, I have no way to stop this print. Yep, that was the problem with his MakerBot Mini 2. It jammed all the time. The thing literally jammed all the time. So what you're telling me is a V0 is better than the MakerBot Mini? It's amazing. Now I just got to figure out how to get that screen to work. Cool. Well, I'm gonna sign off the live broadcast here. Now that I know it's printing, I'll take a video, upload it to Reddit, and hopefully get my serial number. Thanks for tuning in to see the excitement live on my face.
Have a good one, guys. Thanks for the help.